Welcome to IQ Checker YouTube channel, home of science quizzes and IQ tests.
Choice for extended candidates. So in the last video, we were able to cover from question 1 all through to question 14. So in this video, we'll be starting with question 15. And question 15 says, the diagram shows a villus in the small intestine. What is absorbed at X? The part labeled X, what is absorbed here? So what is this part labeled X? In the villus, that vessel is called the lacteal. And what is the function of the lacteal? It is for the absorption of lipids or fats. That's the function of the lacteal. So with this, the part labeled X absorb not glucose, not glycogen, not starch, but fatty acids, which are also lipids. So option A is our correct answer. So we'll now move to question 16. Says, what is a description of transpiration? So transpiration has to do with movement of water from loss of water vapor from the leaves of a plant. So it is not exchange of gases. Okay? It is not movement of water from the roots to the leaves. It is not movement of water through the cells of the leaf, but rather the loss of water vapor from the leaves of a plant. So that makes option B our correct answer. We'll now move to question 17. Question 17 says, parts of a plant are listed. We have the number 1 mesophyll, 2 root cortex cells, 3 root hair cells, 4 the xylem vessels. What is the pathway taken by water in the plant? So for us to arrange this, first of all, know that water is absorbed here at number 3 first, the root hair cells, followed by the root cortex cells, followed by the xylem vessels, that's number 4, followed by the mesophyll cells. So this is the process through which water flows from the roots to other parts of the plant. So that makes option A wrong, option B is wrong, option C is wrong, option D is our correct answer. So that makes option D the correct answer. So we'll now move to question 18. Question 18 says, the diagram shows the single circulation of a fish and the double circulation of a mammal. Which letters represent areas with the most oxygenated blood? So let's identify these parts. In the single circulation, the part R is the artery, but it contains deoxygenated blood. Take note of that, deoxygenated blood. All this as well is the vein, and it contains deoxygenated blood. from the body to the heart. While this S, from the gills, the blood becomes oxygenated. So we have oxygenated blood here. Okay, we have oxygenated blood, and we'll call this the dorsal aorta. Then the X, this is the pulmonary artery, and it contains deoxygenated blood. And letter Z is the vena cava, contains deoxygenated blood from the body. And Y is the pulmonary vein, and it contains oxygenated blood. So automatically the two letters here are S and Y. S and Y. So we'll now take a look at the options S and Y. So that makes option B our correct answer. Option B, S and Y, as our correct answer. So we'll now move straight to the next question. Question 19. It says, what is the role of lymphocytes in the blood? The role of lymphocytes in the blood. The role is not blood clotting. Lymphocytes are not phagocytosis, is not oxygen transport, but rather is antibody production. To provide immunity, to provide protection for the body. Lymphocytes produce antibodies. So question 20 now says, a patient was injected with antibodies after being bitten by a poisonous snake. The patient recovered and survived. What describes the effect of the injection in the patient's body? So in this case now, the antibody is directly injected antibodies. So since it is not produced by the immune system itself, it produces passive immunity. So it produces passive immunity, it does not produce active immunity, and does not generate memory cells. Memory cells are not produced. So with this, because of this one option A is wrong, option B is also wrong, option C is wrong because of this, then option D is correct. That makes option D the correct answer. So now move to question 21. Question 21 says, which table correctly shows the difference in composition of inspired hair compared with expired hair? Inspired hair, which is inhaled hair, automatically should contain more of oxygen. So it makes this option wrong. More of oxygen, it makes this option wrong. More of oxygen, yes, is correct, and expired air, more of carbon dioxide. This makes this option correct because this is correct, this is correct, this is correct, and this is correct. Now if you come to option D, we have more here, which is correct, and less, but this is supposed to be less and more. So this makes option D wrong. Okay, so our correct answer is option C. We will now move to question 22. Question 22 says, Which row shows the correct combination of muscle contractions and the pressure in the thorax when breathing out? So when breathing out, the intercostal muscles contract, external intercostal muscles relax, diaphragm relax, and pressure in the thorax is high. So with this now, we can simply say that our correct answer is not this, because external intercostal muscles should be relaxed. Alright, the same thing goes with option C. Okay, but the diaphragm is meant to relax. That makes this option wrong. Okay, that makes this option as well wrong. Then the internal intercostal muscle is meant to contract. Okay, that makes this option D wrong. So our correct answer is this, and this. So this makes option B the correct answer. So from here we'll move to question 23. Question 23 says, three statements about anaerobic respiration are listed. In humans, the product is lactic acid. Automatically, that is correct. During anaerobic respiration. In yeast, the product is lactic acid. No. Yeast produce ethanol, not lactic acid. Number 3, it releases more energy per glucose. No. Aerobic respiration releases more energy than anaerobic respiration. So that makes option C, which is one only, as our correct answer. Okay, so we'll now move to question 24. Question 24 says, what is the balanced chemical equation for a type of respiration that occurs in yeast? First of all, you need to know that it is an anaerobic respiration without oxygen. So automatically in the reactant side, there should be no oxygen. Alright, that makes option A wrong. And then, does not involve water molecule. That makes option B wrong. And you can see it has to do with the breakdown of starch, so it's not CO2. That makes option B wrong. Then option D does not involve carbon dioxide, so it's wrong. Automatically the breakdown of starch to ethanol and CO2 is our answer. This makes option C our correct answer. Then we'll move straight to question 25. Question 25 says, the diagram shows the human excretory system. What label structure is the urethra? So let's quickly name this part. Part A is called the descending aorta. So it's the descending aorta. Alright. Okay. Label B is the renal artery. The label C is the ureter. Label D is the urethra. So automatically option D is our correct answer. Option D is our correct answer. Then we'll move to question 26. Question 26 says, the diagram shows three types of neurons. Which sequence shows the direction that impulses will travel during a reflex action? So first of all, let's name this neuron. This L is the sensory neuron. This is the sensory neuron. Okay, so see, this part is a unique feature of a sensory neuron. This is the relay that connects the sensory with the motor neuron. Alright, then here we have the motor. Then how does impulses move? Impulses move from sensory to relay, then from relay to the motor neuron. So automatically we can say from L to M to N. So looking at the options now, we have L to M to N. So automatically it makes option A our correct answer. It makes option A our correct answer in this case. Then we'll now move to the next question, which is question 27. It says, which statement about rods and cones in the eye is correct? The rods and cones in the eye. Okay. First of all, the cones are responsible for detection of colors. Alright. So with that, now having that understanding, both rods and cones detect different colors. No, but the cones do. Okay. Then only cones are present in the blind spots. No. Rods are more sensitive than cones in low light intensity. Yes. Rods are more sensitive in low light intensity than the cones. Then D, there are different types of rods, but only one type of cones. This statement is wrong. So the correct answer here is option C. Rods are actually more sensitive than cone in low light intensity. Then question 28 says, which disease can be successfully treated with antibiotics? Remember, antibiotics are used for the treatment of diseases caused by bacteria. Alright, so if you look at this, yes, it will be used in the treatment of this disease caused by bacteria, but not rickets. Rickets is as a result of lack of vitamin D, and disease caused by viruses or viral disease. So antibiotics are not used for this and are not used for this. So following this premise, the only correct option here is option B. Option B, and say yes, bacterial disease, not rickets and not viruses. So we are going to stop this video here and continue from question 29 in our next video. Please do well to like and subscribe to our channel if you are yet to do so. Thank you.